I'm going to start this video by quoting Dr. John McDougall, the author of 13 bestsellers, a big name. And Dr. John McDougall says, no level of 25 hydroxy vitamin D test done in a lab or discovered in blood work will force me to write a vitamin D3 supplement. See, when making vitamin D3, or let's just call it vitamin D for simplicity for now, when making vitamin D is so simple, so free, so ample, so adequate and everywhere. It's also called the sunlight vitamin. It's available through sun. Okay, so when your sun falls on your skin, exposed skin, and it should be a direct exposure, not through the glass. The UVB rays need to fall directly on your skin. When it falls directly on the skin, it converts the cholesterol into vitamin D, but then it has to undergo certain metabolic pathway through the liver and the kidney, especially the kidneys, and then it's converted into calcitriol, which is the active usable form of vitamin D that you eventually need. So just in case you have a liver kidney disease, there'll be problems. Okay, there'll be problems with obese people too. Why? Because it's a fat soluble vitamin A, D, E and K. So the more fat you have, the vitamin D will be trapped inside that fat and will not be usable by your body. So as an obese, overweight individual, your needs of vitamin D actually goes up. As a pregnant lady, it goes up. All right. If you are predisposed to having low vitamins D, if you have a chronic sickness, if you are on steroidal treatment, if you are really elderly, especially if you cannot move out of the house, if you are non-ambulatory, which means that your movements are restricted, you're so ill that you cannot move from room to room sometimes, or you cannot get up from the bed easily, how will you actually go out? You are probably wheelchaired. You're probably so sick that your movements are really restricted. You are then non-ambulatory and you are strapped in your own house. Okay, for everyone else, for every other healthy individual who does not have a liver kidney disease, did not have a bariatric surgery, or does not have absorption problems that come with the inflammatory bowel disease like celiac or Crohn's disease, etc., 95% of the people do not need any supplementation at all. The 1 gram sachets that are so popular of calcitriol, Abdi, D-Rise, the 60,000 units of white granule sachets that have become so popular these days. Okay, for everyone else who do not have too many issues in their life, they should just move out of the house, wear minimum clothes, especially white cotton clothes, and they should walk in the sun. They should not lie down, they should not sit, they should walk in the sun, because that will promote the bone health. Walking, some form of physical exercise. Okay, so sun is what turns your cholesterol into the vitamin D. That's why it's the sunlight vitamin. Now excuse me, now how do you know how much of sun you actually need? Please download an app called DMinder. That will ask you certain questions. You'll need to give it some input. What's your age? What's your height? What's your weight? How many clothes are you wearing right now? So is it a sleeveless shirt? Are you wearing shorts? Etc., etc. It will actually check your longitude, latitude, because how much of sunlight will affect you is determined by how much of UVB rays you are getting. Okay, what's your age, what's your weight, and every other factor that it needs to take into consideration, the DMinder app will take into consideration, and it will give you a suggestion. Then you can have timed sessions. It'll suggest, okay, you need 30 to 40 minutes, or you can yourself set yourself goals and targets. So DMinder app is a answer all to how much sunlight you need in your longitude latitude. Okay, what are some other ways you can get? I'm not going to talk about supplements. Supplements for most people are a waste of money. Okay, they may raise the numbers, but they may not douse the symptoms. So try to get it from the sunlight. Use the DMinder app, as I told you. The DMinder app will, I'm just doing a little recap, will ask you certain questions, and then it'll suggest you. It'll tell you what is the UV index of the environment right now. So I've seen it around 9-10 where I stay. It's around 3 to 4, but by the time it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it goes up to as much as 7, and sometimes even 8. I've not seen it go above 8. So there's something called a UV index. So you need to answer honestly your weight, your age, how much clothes are you wearing. As I said, wearing white cotton clothes is the best thing to do. Okay, and yeah, so skip the supplements and save yourself some money. But walk in the sun, in the sunlight, outdoors. You need direct exposure of the UVB rays. There are two kinds of rays, UVB-A and UVB, and UVA and UVB, ultraviolet A and ultraviolet B, and B is the one that you are interested in. B will get you the C. Okay, it's that simple. What are some other sources of vitamin D? The other and only plant-based vegan source is sun-dried and sun-grown mushrooms. Either they have to be sun-dried or they have to be sun-grown, and there is no third way. And there is no other vegetarian, vegan, there's no other vegan or plant-based source that actually gives you D2. So it doesn't really matter whether you get D3 or D2. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Ultimately, you'll get your vitamin D, calcitriol, the end product. You'll get it. Okay, so D2 is also called ergocalciferol. The D3 is called cholecalciferol. So ergocalciferol, cholecalciferol, you can get either of them. It doesn't really matter. So what you do with the mushrooms is you make a mushroom curry or a mushroom soup twice a week, and that will solve your vitamin D deficiency issues. I'll quote Dr. John McDougall again. No values of 25 hydroxy vitamin D. That's the name of the test. Discovered in a blood test will compel me to write a supplement to my patients. Okay, so basically what Dr. John McDougall, whom I consider my guru, says that supplements are maybe good only for the elderly, non-ambulatory. Non-ambulatory means that people who are not easily moving around, cannot go out of the house, cannot go outdoors. What are the symptoms now? What are the symptoms of D3 deficiency are extreme fatigue, extreme tiredness, bone pain, joint pain, stiffness, muscle stiffness, aches and pains in different parts of the body, the neck, the shoulder, the shins. Okay, you may get osteomalacia, which is bone pain due to the softening of the bones. So you may get osteoporosis, which is the bones becoming porous, and then they just snap and they break, and you get fractures easily. So joint pain, bone pain, muscle pain, myalgia as is called, achy body, achy shins, achy sometimes heel pains, neck pains, shoulder pains, back pains, lower back, upper back, and as I said, extreme tiredness, fatigue, feeling depressed, feeling low, sweating a lot, especially around the head, a lot of hair fall, poor dental health. Because obviously the role of D3 is to properly use magnesium, phosphorus and calcium. If D3 is not adequate in the body, it will not be able to metabolize calcium, magnesium, phosphorus. Okay, your bone mineral density will be affected. Your teeth may get cavities, they may drop out, they may become loose, so on and so forth. Okay, so and also when you take isolated, concentrated, fragmented nutrients, it creates nutritional imbalances. You also run the risk of certain cancers like pancreatic cancer and colon cancer if you uh, overdo supplements a lot. Okay, so when you do your 25 hydroxy vitamin D test, and if you are in India it's over 10, don't get into supplements. If it's over 20, you're just fine. Okay, see, the doctors keep you coming back and get you hooked on to supplements by telling you the new normals. So the big pharma industry lies to you. There's a lot of lies, deceit, manipulation, because they keep projecting new normals. So basically, I say if you're in India, you are over 20, you are just fine. Even if it's over 10, it's quite manageable through the sunlight, unless you have a liver kidney disease, or unless you are so sick and so elderly that you cannot move out of the house. For everybody else, try to avoid supplements as much as possible. Think of supplements as an emergency last option. Okay, and even then I'm not so sure if it will only raise the numbers, but it may not take away the actual condition for which you actually started the supplement. All right, so expect nutritional imbalances, stones in the kidney, and certain types of cancers like pancreatic and what was the other one, colon cancer, in the long run if you misuse supplements, especially if you start taking self treatment and you don't even know your vitamin D3 levels and you just pop them, the supplements like chocolates. You're sure to land into trouble. And vitamin D toxicity is very real. It's more common than you actually think. So with these words, guys, I just want to tell you that between 2001 and 2012, the use of supplements, vitamin D supplements, has gone up 62%. The business gone up 62%. And do you actually need them? I don't think so. When sunlight is so ample, it's absolutely free, it's abundant, except maybe in Greenland, maybe where the Eskimos are, Antarctica, in the southern hemisphere, which are away from the equator. There maybe it makes sense to eat some fatty fish to get your vitamin D, like mackerel, tuna, salmon, maybe some eggs, maybe only for that region. Okay, but for everyone else, they should just rely on sunlight. They should not get hooked onto fatty fish. Otherwise, try to be a vegetarian or vegan. Okay. Have I missed out on something? Yeah. Now, sometimes what happens, a dark skinned person, let's say from Africa, shifts to, let's say, America. Then the pigmentation of the skin, the melanin, will not allow the sunlight to penetrate deep and interact with the cholesterol so much as it would if the person was actually light skinned. Okay, so such people just need more sun exposure. Obese people just need more sun exposure. So unless you have a liver kidney disease or some major fat metabolism disease that you can't absorb enough fat, and you are really elderly and you are trapped in your own house, or wheelchaired, you cannot go out. Okay, that's the emergency situations that I've been talking about. So such people may be very few. For everyone else, please rely only on the free God's gift. Sunlight is not only important for vitamin D, it's also important for many other um, conditions. Even yours, it keeps the circadian rhythm proper. Okay, it's so therapeutic. Sun gazing when the sun is soft is also so therapeutic. It takes away the depression. So let me just sum it up. Supplements of any vitamin, A, B, C, D, E, K, water soluble, fat soluble, are actually isolated, concentrated, fragmented nutrients that create nutritional imbalances, even cancer, even kidney stones, when we talk about vitamin D. And it's best to depend on sunlight. All right, sunlight is not going to damage your skin, it's not going to create aging, it's not going to create melanoma, as you've been told. This is just the big pharma lying to you, a lot of deceit. Okay, we're not telling you to be out in the scorching sun throughout the day. We just want you to be out of the house for 30 minutes in the sun, that's all. That's not going to give you cancer or wrinkles or poor skin or sun tanning. Don't worry about that. Okay, so I hope and the fish, mackerel, tuna, and other fatty fish, salmon, etc., are okay for people living in the extreme regions of the world, northern, southern hemisphere, Greenland, Eskimos, etc. For everyone else, it's the sunlight. So guys, I hope you found this information useful. You have a very good day. Bye bye. Peace.